Just want to watch. Oliver, I mean, look at us.
Where do you disappear to? You leave at night.
I mean, you've always had such a perfect marriage, and this does not mean you still don't. Every marriage struggles.
I really need to be close to you.
I hate it. I mean, what's happened to us?
That's the only clip we could share from the new adults-only podcast, Dirty Diana, narrated by Demi Moore. When we heard this podcast was a thing, it was trending, it was in Cosmopolitan, it was in Women's Health, I don't know. We knew we had to get someone on the staff to listen to it, and that means, ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for America Loves Ted. Joining us from podcast headquarters is producer Ted Johnsen. That's right. Ted, let me start off with this question. Have you ever listened to an adults-only podcast before?
I have not. I didn't even know they existed.
I didn't either. Okay, my next question. What is this? Is it a story? Is it a relationship like Q&A type thing? How to spice up? What is this?
It's a story wrapped in a story. So Demi Moore's character plays a woman who has a podcast, who interviews other women who have fantasies. And so they talk about those fantasies, and then Demi Moore's character has a life, a job, and her marriage is unraveling. Everything's falling apart. So it's all sort of wrapped in with each other.
Okay, so let me see. This is almost as confusing as I can see your voice. So it's fiction.
Fiction.
It's not a so it's fiction, and Demi Moore plays a character, right?
She hosts a podcast.
Okay.
So the podcast is her hosting this other podcast.
Okay.
Where anonymous women come on and tell her their fantasies.
Got it. Okay.
And she does this in secret from her real life.
Now, did you do this in secret? Where did you listen to this podcast?
So when I listen to podcasts, my normal podcasts are, your political ones or Nick Vile.
Yeah.
I just kind of go on a walk in Minneapolis. I live in Uptown.
Field and Streams, their podcast you listen to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So I walk through family neighborhoods.
Yes.
And so I would just, put my earbuds in and walking around the neighborhood and quickly realized I hope no one can hear me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
you hope.
Testing constantly.
Yeah. Do I have the volume up too loud? Because I don't want it to seep through. You don't want people to know you're listening to this.
Because there's kids playing basketball.
Yeah.
There's just nice, good people walking around. In fact, Know-It-All Nick, right?
Nick is in our assignment desk here at Fox 9. We've had him on the show. He played Jeopardy. We call him Know-It-All Nick. Yes, I know him.
So Nick lives a couple blocks from me.
Yeah.
And so I'm listening, and Demi Moore is like in the middle of her thing. And his wife pulls up. And she's like, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Hello, Rachel.
Yeah.
And
hello.
she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, just listening to a podcast.
Yeah. Because it's like you're getting busted. It's like you're a child getting busted with like a magazine you shouldn't have or something.
Blushing.
Yes.
Totally just caught off guard.
You resort to 10-year-old self.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fundamentally though, I mean, you're a critic on our show. You review movies and Netflix Christmas movies. So let's continue that. Was Dirty Diana any good?
Oddly enough, every Monday when the new one would come out, I'd be like, we have to go for another walk.
Oh, seriously?
It was, for whatever reason, it was sort of addicting. I can't, just because we're a family show, I can't recommend listening to it.
Yeah, because but look, our show is for like adults. This is a daytime talk show. So if you're into that category, go. It's Demi Moore.
Right.
She's an Oscar. I mean, come on, it's Demi Moore.
Yep.
So, okay, Ted, I'm gonna subscribe to it. Not really. I'm not going to. Come on. Definitely not my genre. Ted Johnsen, everybody, thank you very much.